Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Sundays with Sully. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you haven't done it yet, hit the subscribe, like, share button down there at the bottom. Tell your friends about us and make sure you are staying up to date with the latest marine tip, techs, and trends. All right, that spiel's out of the way. What are we talking about today, guys? Today we are talking about solar panels. It's not just for the cruisers or for the sailboats anymore. I know that a lot of the guys kind of look at it and go, why do you need it? Especially up here in New England, we don't necessarily have the luxury of having a dock for our boat. A lot of boats live on moorings out here, and that makes it hard to keep our batteries topped up. So we're doing more and more center consoles now are even doing solar panels, as you can see by the boat behind me here. So that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. Solar panels. Kind of set some realistic expectations before we get into this. These are not the end-all be-all answer for you guys. These are not, depending on what your loads are, and we can go into load calculations if you guys want to in another episode and trying to figure out what your battery usage is and what your expectations are. But when we look at a boat like this regulator right here, we've gone ahead and we set this one up. As you kind of see, there are 4 solar panels on there. The front pair, they're good for a little over 6 amps on a perfect, ideal sunny day. And the rear pair, good for a tick under 10. I think it's like 9.5, 9.6, somewhere, let's just call it 10 amps. So in perfect world, we're getting about 32 amps per hour put back into our batteries here, everything being perfect. So this is a really good scenario of making sure we're doing this. And again, this boat, the whole reason we're doing this boat is this boat has a Seakeeper 3 and lives on a mooring and it's outboards. There's no generator. So trying to charge batteries after the guy goes and uses his boat for 1 or 2 days and uses the Seakeeper for a long time, those batteries get really depleted. This gives these batteries a chance to fight back and be ready to go for the next outing. So what we're talking about, we have all of these solar panels, and something to consider is making sure we have a clear view to the sky for these panels. And problems we're running into with these center consoles are we're doing more and more things on the hardtop. As you see here, we've got our FLIR camera, our Optimus sat compass, our radar. In the back there, we've got GPS antenna, Sirius weather antenna. We've got a pair of VHF antennas, and then add into this 4 solar panels. Now all of a sudden this is getting very crowded when we start talking about our wire chases down here and trying to feed all of these wires down into that tube. So what do we do for that type of a scenario? Well, this is something we do here, and it just makes wire runs easier because, like I said, we got a lot of stuff. So not only have all that stuff on the hardtop, take a peek in here, we also have our VHF radio, that needs power. Our Seakeeper display, that needs power. We've also got switches, we've got speakers. So that leads to a whole lot of stuff running down these wire chases. And honestly, there's just not that much room to bring all those wires down. So what we do here is you look into this overhead here, right here, you can see we've got our solar panel charge controllers right here. Now what we've gone ahead and done with this is we've done 4 charge controllers. So we have an independent charge controller for each panel, meaning if there's some shade or something's not optimized, we're only losing power from that one panel. We're not losing power across the whole thing. So that's just one of the things that we do. And then after we've gone ahead and we get that installed, what we do is we take a Blue Seas fuse panel right here and we run all of our power that comes out of the charge controller goes over to here. Now this is a fused panel, so now this is fused protection right here, and now all we have to do is run 1 feed wire for the whole load down into our console. So now instead of having to run 4 separate wires, and again if we start using our ABYC standards for wiring and 3% voltage drop, and we realize that a round trip for 12 volt on this run is probably around 24 feet, each one of those panels is going to need at least a 14 or 12 gauge wire rundown. That's even more spaghetti to try and push down these tubes that are already full. So now we take 1 wire rated to the max output of the whole panel and run it down there, and it's a lot smaller, a lot simpler. It's just 1 wire and we're done. So the other nice thing you get to do by doing something like this is now come wintertime, we want to put the boat to bed, we can simply pull these fuses out right here. With those fuses pulled out, this system is now put to bed. We're not worried about power coming down here if somebody's disconnected the batteries for the winter time and you've taken them, you stored them or whatever. We don't have to worry about that now with this setup because now we've stopped the flow of power because the fuse is gone. Very simple, very easy. Just one of the little tips that we do here for trying to make this stuff a little bit easier. So yeah, that's it. That is solar power on this week's Sundays with Sully. Do you guys have any questions about solar panels, installs, maybe this little get up here and what we've got going on? Leave it below in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to talk to some more about it. If you want to know maybe a little bit more, maybe battery management, power management, offshore fishing, making sure you have enough battery power, all that fun stuff, put it down below in the comments. Let's get you guys some more episodes helping you guys become better informed, better educated, smarter boaters. That's what we're here for, right, guys? So that's it. That's all I got for this week's Sundays with Sully. As usual, I don't know what I got in store for next week, but stay tuned and we'll go from there, guys. Peace.